All right. Where are we off to next?
It would help if I put my microphone in front of my face, wouldn't it? I think it would. I was about to say, Twitch, that's not okay. That would have been crazy to do. I just panned over to my Twitch HUD, and it was like, we're going to give you 30 minutes of ads. It's like, no, you're not. That was almost atrocious. That was almost really, really bad. We care about this one. So, Yanagi's weapon also came out today. Big epic. We are going to be summoning for that. Probably at the end of stream. Probably at the end of stream. There we go. I don't know if anyone ever really matches in Wuthering Waves. Like I know some people occasionally do in Genshin. But I don't know if people do that very often in Wuthering Waves. I myself have not tried it, so maybe I'm just it's one of those things where because I haven't done it, I don't think other people do it. I do not know. But it just because I don't know. It seems like when you do it in Genshin, you're fine because there's 4 people. And even if all 4 of them have a main DPS, Genshin's more forgiving than Wuthering Waves. So
No contest.
I don't know. I mean, it may also just be to my detriment that the only main DPS that I have like fully fleshed out is one that wants Phoebe on their team. So maybe that's what it is. I do not know. Yep.
Luminous energy. The fruit of evolution. Sentinel, protect me. Judgment time. Together we stand.
So yeah, I mean the theme or what I'd like to get out today is basically the title of the stream. Wuthering Waves has so many special events out at the moment. I would like to get another one done if I can, because I did finish Imaginarium. It's not Imaginarium Theater. It's the film festival. I finished that event 2 days ago. So if I could finish another event today, I think that puts us with 1 left, I think. Roughly. Just about. Ah, that's what it is. I was like, what? I only got 20%? No. I'm 20 energy off, that's why.
The fruit of evolution. Sentinel, protect me. Together we stand. Bluebird, be my salvation. Purify. I call upon the Sentinel.
All yours.
I'm getting really good at fighting those guys. Like, really, really good. Okay, there we go. Now we can go do our own thing. There we go. And then we can just do a daily, especially since the dailies, you have to complete, I think, 50 of them. to do finish an achievement, I think. So this is just a way to get 5 astrite at the end of the day, which I'm always down to get a little more astrite. A little more summons is always appreciated. Okay. Oh, I was wondering why that rock formation was there, because it's not... Because it's not usually there. High Mimic.
All yours.
Yeah, they have spectral resistance, so yeah, it's kind of annoying. But
That all you got?
the chests are not threats like at all. It's also pretty cool that the quests actually have like an ongoing storyline. It's not like pivotal to anything by any means. It's relatively self-contained. But it is kind of cool. It's not like, oh, go here, kill this thing, and then oh, you're magically done. They do have things like that, and I think it's like 7 times out of 10 you will get that one where it's just go here, defeat some Tacit Discords and you're done. But occasionally you will get a few. I want to say few. No, honestly, you'll get a few that just kind of let you do your own thing. Yeah. See, like we have 2 more of these. Ugh. Okay, so because we have this now. 17 days, 20 days, 19 days. Okay, so I guess we're doing this one first because it's the one with the lowest amount of time. Only by a day though. So I'm hoping if we can at least finish this, I think we're doing a good job. Yeah, I knew that was gonna immediately faceplant. Can I not climb over? That's so annoying. Go on, there we go. I was like, usually they just automatically get up. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah. I don't know. I wonder if it is just kind of one of those ones where we just get to do the painting puzzle like 5, 6 times and then ask the event. I do really like those puzzles. I'm bad at them, but they're fine. So if it really is just do that puzzle 4 or 5 times, yeah. So it's also unfortunate that we can't finish this because I'm gonna. There we go. I made a note for myself. I won't even let you preview, which is interesting. We need to make everything blue. Okay. I'm glad that we're getting to do these again. Because they don't seem to be in Septimont. So, it's good that we have the access to them. Probably yellow. We want to make everything blue. Well, that's slightly not fun. Yeah, we do this, then we do green. Then we do blue. Yeah, because it doesn't seem that we get to do these very often anymore, because they're mainly just in Renacita. They're not in Septimont, to my knowledge. So it is really nice to be able to get to do these again. Although this, I don't want to say anything and like, oh, I messed it up. Yeah. Why did that not? Oh, okay. I see what it is. I just started. I should have started with green. And then go to red, then yellow, then blue. Then yellow. Then blue. Perfect. Okay. So that, yeah, that wasn't like super, super difficult. I messed up on the difficult one, I guess, but that one it wasn't even too hard. I was just going too fast. So these are going to be fun. A part of me really wishes they were all available right now, but it also, like, I understand why they don't make them all available at the moment. Okay, so this has 20 days. This has 19. I don't know. Aha. Okay, that gotcha. Gotcha. I know what this is. I know what this is. Epic, epic, epic. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So this is also, I do like doing these because it also gives us a chance to do some world quests. And one of these days, I think I'm going to do a stream where I collect every world quest. Because I do have, I think, a chunk of them, but I'm missing quite a few in like some really far off places that I've never been to. Especially in the 1.0 area. Or like the 1.x areas, I should say. So if we are able to get those, that'd be really, really nice. And then obviously, like there's, I think just a few spots in Renacita that I don't have. I feel like there are, I don't know. I mean, the interactive map, I think shows all of them. I hope. Yeah, this place looks sick. Why am I starting to talk like this too? Yeah, I think it's kind of funny because usually like when it's Rover or any character that's the main character, like Traveler for example, when they ask for help, they always get a really cryptic response. And now he asked Rover, and Rover gave him a quick cryptic response, which is kind of funny. And he even acknowledged it in his own head. Like, why am I answering like this? I think that's super goofy, super fun. I didn't take a photo, okay. Yeah, but I mean, this place looks awesome. Yeah, so he's talking about Forlova here. Interesting. Yep. So I wonder how many of these are actually going to be considered deep sea surveying, and then how many of them are going to be take pictures of the specific spot. They actually all might be the deep sea journey survey. I was about to say, I don't know if any of this is going to involve combat or not,
Come at me.
but it makes sense. Stop healing.
Sentinel, protect me. Answer me.
I'm really glad. I was kind of a goofball, and I forgot to finish leveling up Phoebe's talents. I know why I forgot, because at the time I got Phoebe, I also got Zani, and Zani was obviously my priority. So I was leveling up her more. So like I don't know why, I just got it in my head that she was also finished, which her discords are pretty solid. She herself, her talents need some more. So I'm really excited to see how much she's able to actually afterlife glow here. They shouldn't. That's so interesting. I mean, I don't have for level, so I don't need the flowers, but it is interesting that they're growing here. I thought they would only grow where we actually can go see for low. Well, at the beginning you can go see for low. She's not there anymore. Yes, it looks like all of these are survey at the depth, unless there's like one or two. I wonder if he actually ends up going to Furlova's like little mini subs area. That'd be interesting if he can go in there. But yeah, and I also decided regarding, excuse me. What do you mean function unavailable in current state? Like what? Okay. But regarding Phoebe's build, I have decided to keep her on Dazzling Gleam so that she herself can do damage. Instead of going Eternal Radiance, or not. I think that's what it's called. The default support build for with, like, you know, increases attack when swapping out outro with a character. I'll keep that on a few others, but I figured to not do that with Phoebe in case if I end up doing in case if I end up deciding to use Phoebe for other things. So because it is nice having her do some damage as well. Although Zani's obviously going to be doing 90% of it. There have been several situations in like super endgame content that I end up having to leave. Zani ends up dying, whether because I miss a parry or the bosses. I'm just not used to finding the boss or something. And then Phoebe actually finishes it. So if I make her stronger, if that were to happen, it's easier. Project Reborn. I think I found the files. Yeah, what is the Lost Beyond River? No. The Lost Beyond. So I guess maybe the Lost. I guess it's in its own little contained area. So maybe him saying that's not incorrect. I also find it interesting that Rover says that was her final show weakness, and that he also said, oh, what did he say specifically? An obsession and deluded dream. It would be really cool if we actually do get to keep that picture and look at it in like our backpack. I guess we get it's the memory, so that's obviously more important. So yeah, it looks like all of this is just one quest, which is a pretty interesting way to do it. I think that's fine. I also have an after story apparently in my quests somewhere. So yeah, I wonder if we do get to take him to the Lost Beyond. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure we already had known that. It's just, at the time, I was more engaged with chat. Because going back to review the footage of the live, I ended up, like, locking in for the story once we got a little bit more familiar with Frolova. So, I might have missed them saying that part about them. Because I do remember commenting on, like, why we have to mimic what they're doing in, like, that quick time, like, dance sequence. It's not a dance sequence because you weren't dancing, but it's essentially, that's what it is. So I wonder if this is finally the ending of the Dark Tide. Probably not, because we have something to do with Augusta and Diana, so like Septimon's not finished. But maybe this is like the final wrap up. Like the Black Tide has no ties left in Renacita at all. Especially since Cardathia is in Black Shores. So maybe that's the case? I don't know.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess. All yours. Is that all? Come at me.
Gotcha. There we go. Yeah, it's the melody that she performed in her audience. I would assume it's even the one that she played where River commented on it. But that's not. I don't believe that that's like confirmed to be true. Now that the shadow of the order is lifted, so we finally like the order kind of dealt with themselves actually, which is kind of funny. We just kind of put the nail in the coffin, but yeah. So it looks like the order's done. So it really does seem like Redacita has nothing to worry about outside of like the Black Tide coming back from Septimont. But there shouldn't be any more Black Tide, or at least if they're Nodian, in Renacita, because its ties are cut. At least that's what it seems like. Okay, so we were able to finish this. Yeah, so all these are done, which means that we finished another limited time event. Actually, I don't even know if this is a limited time event because like these are permanent. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Looks like we're going on a little bit of a goose hunt because now that I know that Renacita's memory bubbles aren't finished, I want to do those so that way I don't forget them again. Because who knows when I'm gonna see that again. And then we can continue, because I think now we only have the 2 event quests going on, one of them being the furlough event that I don't know anything about. I think Ketchup said that it was rather difficult, so it's going to be interesting to play that one. And then the painting one, but that's not fully out yet, so I can't finish it even if I wanted to, which I would like to actually. It would be pretty fun. I would even maybe go to say that it would be finished. Doing, I think it was only like 10 minutes of doing that. Maybe not 10 minutes, maybe a little more than that. Yeah, where's CMOS? I guess I have to finish this quest before I'm able to, like, continue with the dream bubbles. Okay, none of these guys should be hostile. I hope. Maybe he wants to choose a special kind of echo. Okay. I really want, you know, to be able to do this quest. But I think he's going to be snagged again. No, he's not. Okay, cool. Yes. Big important. So we can get these done. Because there's only, like, what, 9? I think. And if each one's a quest, that's not too bad.
Efficiency above all.
So we can get this done. I don't think I've ever really I don't think I've ever really gone to a synthesizer. I use it semi-frequently because obviously resources. But yeah, we're not there a minute ago. No, it's about me. A travel log, so that's giving us an excuse to go to 9 different places. Okay, this is a pretty cool way to do it. Yeah, I like this. This is a pretty cool way to set this up. Ow. My wrist just like popped in 7 different spots. We're gonna go this way.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
No, go away. Yeah, that does look awesome. Wuthering Waves looks amazing. Nice. It's a little weird that they're letting us take a picture. I'm assuming it's of the Phasalia house. Because I don't think people can just walk into the Phasalia house. At least, I don't think so. That could obviously be untrue. interesting it's going to take us up there. So I do want to
Comes with the job, I guess.
try to do this. I guess I'm not going to have much of a choice when it comes to combat.
Sentinel, protect me. Judgment time. Together we
Not all you got.
stand. Hi. Shine, holy light.
My shield can withstand more than that.
I don't know where the book is, though. That's the problem. Maybe I don't need a book. Maybe I can just do this. And it'll count. Yeah, no, it wants a book. Yeah, it wants a book. It wants a book to be able to... I don't see one. And there's no way a book's range would be this far, I think. Yeah.
Efficiency.
I don't know. I don't know why. Because I would assume that it would count towards my progress percent if I were to have not done it, but I have done it, so I don't know. That's really, really interesting. But I don't want to linger too long on that. I do have the limited time quests to do. I'm a little interested in the for level 1 because, again, I've heard that it's quite difficult. So I wonder if it's entirely like combat or like historical. I don't know. So this could be very interesting. Cool bones. Oh, are you going to be underneath? Like in the earth? Yes. Maybe not. Yes, you are. Well, it says it's below me, but it's also like, what? Maybe it is underground. It'd be kind of cool if it wants me to take a picture of you. I would be so down for that, but it is down here. Yeah, okay. There's Brant just chilling.
Perfect wind to glide.
Now, is this one above ground or not? Okay, that one looks like it is above ground, and it's right next to this teleport. I guess they do tend to be near the teleport, so if the teleport's underground, I'm gonna assume that the other one is. Or like the POI that I'm looking for is. Oh, I fought you. A few times.
Huh. The fruit of evolution. Sentinel, protect me. Answer me. I call upon
No
the
contest.
Sentinel.
Yeah, you can tell I've been fighting these enemies quite a bit. Gotcha. I love that. I love parrying Mazandi so much. It's so satisfying. Really? It wants the tail? I would have thought. I guess it doesn't want us to get too close to, like, aggro. But it would have made more sense to get a picture of Dirge. Oh, let's not punch my microphone. Why did I do the last two, but not the first 7? What? I'm not gonna question it. I am beyond my own understanding sometimes. Most of the time, actually. Yes, we go this way. Boop. So it looks like this one. Maybe not. Rumpled IOU. Interesting. We do like Montelli's. We also like the people that work for them a lot, because Zani works for the Montelli's. Okay, and I'm really excited. Twitch went ahead and they approved both of the emotes that I made. Well, one of the emotes that I made. Hey, Fevers. That's probably a quest. I'm not gonna mess with that. Um, but they approved Roamer and they approved the door, which makes you really happy. Because I was hoping that they would be approved so that people would be able to use them in the stream. But I also, when I googled it, it said that they can occasionally take a little long in approving.
Fine. Comes with the job, I guess.
So how do I help you? Oh, I know. Come here. Surely you can go faster than that. There we go. Come on. Chop chop. Right? Are you not reunited? Or do I have to, like...
All yours.
Oh, they're blocking him from go... Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like... You're not a Nimbus, but okay. You got some animals here? I see flowers. That's nice. There we go. Do we know what Augusta's flowers are? Question mark? Because if so... Pre-farm? I don't know. I'm not pulling for Augusta. I would... I don't want to say anything indefinitely, like, for certain, because obviously she's not out yet. I do not want to make any promises. But even if I were to pull for her, I don't have the summons, so I won't anyway. Although now I am curious, because I know how close I am on HSR to get to summons. I don't know how close I am on Wuthering Waves to get to summons. So I have... so 80... plus 180. So I need 260 summons to get guarantee, assuming I lose 50-50 on banner. I also don't know if Wuthering Waves' pity system's 80 or 90 on character and weapon. Hello, Ketchup. How you doing today? It's good to see you. So then we minus 14 here. And then we minus, I think it's 44. Yeah. Minus 44 here. So I have 2. And then we go ahead and we do bam minus 102. And then probably, yeah. So I need 91 more summons until I can guarantee. Until I can summon again. Which shouldn't be that long. Especially if, now that have everything finished with Zenless, everything caught up, Zenless and HSR.
All of you at once.
That was the wrong button. We'll have more time to stream Wuthering Waves, so we'll be able to farm. Does it want me to take a picture? I mean, you've heard that is an amazing background. Unfortunate it's raining though. So how are you doing today, Ketchup? It's good to see you. I don't know why we didn't start with this area, though, because we just... Yeah, I don't know why we didn't start with that. Okay, just to make sure all of these are done now, yeah? Yes, good, okay. We're gonna go back to flying. And now we're gonna start on this limited quest. Standard rewards. I'm good, I still can't decide. Dia, is there a character on banner you currently like? Ooh, skin. If not, then no. This is absolutely becoming my nameplate. I need this right now. If I can get it. The dream of integration. I don't like any of the characters, then don't pull. I love easy questions. But no, I really don't think... Like, I understand wanting to summon, but you get the funny feeling of summoning. I have hundreds of... Yeah, so you get the funny feeling of summoning, like the funny tingles in your brain that make you feel happy. But then you get the character and you're like, yeah, but I don't want them. And guarantee, yeah, so like, I can understand wanting to summon because it makes your brain happy. But then you get a character that you don't like, you don't want to use, then you're tempted to use them because you put the time, then you invested the 50-50 into getting the character, whether you actually want them or not. And then it just kind of generally bogs down your enjoyment of the game, forcing yourself to play and build a character you don't like. So I would just save, especially since you have guarantee, I would just save until you have a character come out that you actually want. And again, it may take a minute, but if it takes a minute, you have even more summons to guarantee, and you can get his weapon if you want. Or, knowing how luck usually works, they'll come out with 2 characters you want back to back. Okay, so I need 60. Okay. Okay. Clink clank block. Guess we'll do that. I don't know. I don't know if I have an option to like move where they are.
At least for this moment, it's a shared performance.
I did not mean hit skip. I'm throwing. I get 5 times this? Awesome. I like to pull for characters of the team I want. Right. So Shikona, so I got her Cardathea to full team. I like Brant, so I got Changli for him. I lost 50-50 for Luba, so Sedge. But yeah, no, that's what I do too. I completely understand. So in that sense, if there is one, go for it. Absolutely. But you also don't have to like force yourself to you know? Because it's what? Brant and who else is on banner? Cantarella? And you have Brant and you don't like Cantarella, so there's no... That's a huge storm. Yeah, I can't move them, which is really annoying. That means I have to wait for Lupa's rerun. Or for them to release the male character that they teased. No pulling until a rerun? I mean, yeah. But at the same time, like, maybe I understand that I'm kind of an outlier when it comes to this. But I have absolutely no problem waiting. Because that means I just accrue more summons. That much faster. Which is super, super nice. Sure. So, like, it's in my humble little opinion, it's not a bad thing to have to wait because you just get that much more stuff. Which is obviously really, really nice.
It's a shared performance.
I need more prisms. So, like, I understand that that's like, I'm not normal when it comes to that. But it is ultimately a good thing. Or there is a positive to it. I don't want to say it's like an absolutely good thing all the time. But there is an upside to it. I probably want to keep one open, right? I think that's the name of the game. Oh, yeah, because it's just going to generate another one. Gotcha. Okay. So I probably want to keep... Oh, I have to take crystals to... That's crazy. I have to have crystals to dismiss. That's crazy. I do get my... Interesting. Interesting. So, it does seem that there's a huge storm going on where I am. If the power goes out, unfortunately, that's just that'll be the end of stream. I do not want to risk my computer by forcing stream to go continuously. So, just keep that in mind. And I'm absolutely not going to jinx anything in saying certain things. So.
Can this improvisation bring about a new chapter in the Song of Life?
Yeah, because now it takes 2 days for these goobers to increase. So I guess, like, I should get a chest here, right? Because I want to get a chest so that I can get more, because these guys have graduated once. And so their coupon yield will increase. Yeah. I asked ChatGPT and he told me the best builds for characters are 70% curtain, 263 inches in crit, just a 4th really Changley, she's 60 curtain. So I don't know if ChatGPT is the best source of information for, like, character builds and stuff. Although he, Changley's a crit DPS character, so that's pretty spot on. It's pretty hard to do that, because as you all know, this little guy exists because of ChatGPT's blunder. So I don't know how much you would actually trust it. So to an extent, like, it's fine. Changley is a crit damage based unit, so the crit rate percent's usually pretty accurate. You want to have around 70, and then 300% is pretty high for crit damage. There might be some other things, like obviously you want fusion damage bonus and things like that in there, so that way you're able to maximize the multipliers that you're getting. But yeah, I think in that instance, ChatGPT is correct.
This is the future you chose.
Next phase. I don't know why you wouldn't take all three of them, because like that fills up 3 whole slots, and then it also you know, it also allows you to have access to just more stuff. So I feel like that's the play, right? Like it just doesn't make sense to.
The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
Oh yeah, that thing's gonna go crazy. I have so much graduation going on. Yeah, this little wisp is insane. Absolute go right here. And I haven't met the quota. I wonder if the quota bleeds over. Guess we'll find out. You'll crit once a year. Right, he'll crit for your birthday, that's about it. No. Depending on his weapon. If you don't have his SIG, then you might be able to give him a crit rate weapon. Depending on if you have one. But yeah, crit rate is very difficult to get, especially for me. I got lucky, and Phoebe's weapon actually has a crit rate built into it, so she's like 96, 283 or something like that. He has his SIG. Okay, gotcha. You probably don't want to swap that off then, because that's pretty important to have.
The illusion of paradise will fade.
Yeah, we absolutely do not want to swap. I mean, sure, we'll take these. Yep. Do I want to open? I think I do. It's crit damage. Yeah. That's kind of unfortunate. But I mean, yeah, crit rate is really hard to get just in most games ever. But yeah, so because even my Zani, I think my Zani's like 73-20. Yeah, that's because her main weapon's crit damage %. And because I have buffs going into characters. But yeah, so it's a little rough. But I don't think I need any more because I hit quota, so I don't think I need any more. Yeah, I don't need any more because we literally doubled quota. I haven't heard that name since Lethal Company days. That was a good game. It still is a good game. I wonder how much it's been updated.
This is the future you chose.
Ooh, more purple people. I do use not very many frequency energy, so I'm not super worried about that one. Do I have to complete the 5th one? I do. Okay. So it looks like we have to. Kind of unfortunate.
The prelude has sounded. What kind of finale will this
All 5 stars have their SIG. Big epic. We love that. Absolutely, we love that. Heck yeah.
Can this improvisation bring about a new chapter in the Song of Life?
Feels like they are all mid. I don't think so. I mean, like the crate is like genuinely really hard to get. So there's no problem in that. So I don't want to change our artifacts because they are not that bad. I definitely have that problem in Genshin where it's like with my Hu Tao, because it's like all of our pieces are pretty freaking solid, but I do need an upgrade. So one of these really decent pieces has to change something. And it's really finding that middle ground of what to change can be proved to be difficult. So I understand. Yes, yeah, because it's like really difficult to gauge if what you're doing is actually going to help or hurt the character. But yeah, so I think because when I do I don't do like character guides per se because I do not know how people do that. I would love to know how to do that, but I just don't know. But when I do talk about character changes and like character buffs and stuff, I do tend to go into like MOC 11 and make that like my default. That way, when I change it, if it does worse, I know that what I changed is bad. It's a little hard to do in Wuthering Waves because, you know, it's open world. But you just pick a main boss and then just kind of stick to that. I love Gian. I want him to do the best, but it hurts to farm because his relics are okay-ish. I feel that, absolutely. I definitely feel that. Well, I mean, Ketchup, do you have to farm? Like, I'm assuming you have stronger characters on your account than Gian, because you said you want him to be your strongest, not that he is your strongest. So maybe it would make sense to buff, to use those characters that are stronger. Maybe I'm not understanding. But it might be better to use the characters that are really, really strong to farm for Gian until he's usable. Or, he's usable now, but he's, you've said that he's mid. So, you know, that kind of thing. I guess I'll take these. Now I can understand why people want to use shards, because you can get more relics that way. This is very similar to Div. Very, very similar to Div. Now we want to go ahead and open this because I have some. Yes. Yes. We got a legendary. Heck yeah. We got a 5-star. Oh, we are. Yeah, I was about to say we are so hitting quota. Yes, he is good, but could be better. Right. Yeah, absolutely. He is a right. Because that's what I did. That's what I did in Genshin when I played it a lot, and I tried to build a lot of characters. I had one team that would just nuke everything. That way, I could take that team, I could throw it into any domain that I needed for artifacts, and then I could farm for any character, and it would be pretty quick too. I also doubled that one too. That's crazy. But yeah. And so I was able to farm for a bunch of different characters very, very quickly because that team was universal. And then I would then go on to use the characters that I was building with that team in Spiral Abyss and things like that. I don't think there's a point to me doing... I don't think there's a point to me doing because I'm going to hit quota probably this turn. If not next. Definitely next if we don't do it this turn. My GG one-shots bosses, so basically I don't need to use anyone else. I mean, basically you don't, but if you want to, then you should. In theory, my Hu Tao kills everything in Genshin Impact. But I do like playing Ganyu a lot too. So, then again, I am also the same person that's been using Ganyu and Hu Tao since they've come out, and then I've not really deviated from them whatsoever. I still really only use those goobers. Yeah, I think yeah, we hit quota, so like I don't care too much about upgrading anything. Although we are not doubling quota anymore. Maybe that's just because it's on normal, or because I'm not playing very well. I do not know. Oh wow, we get another dirge. I wonder why. Yeah, I was about to say. I wonder why no one's being put down there. Oh, because he's hungry. He's eating them. Gotcha.
The illusion of paradise will fade.
I almost doubled it. Almost. Yeah, we definitely want to upgrade this now. Because now that now that you can buy like those relics, such a good find. No, I think like just gaining is super nice, and I wonder what that down there is for.
Where shall the traveler of this prolonged dream wander?
Okay, so this one's going to focus purely on nummies. Okay, so we want to get this. And I can also
Can this improvised
snag, and we'll
bring
put
about
that
a new
there. There
chapter
we
in
go.
the Song of Life?
Well, I'd hope if they put him close enough to the guys. Like, come on. I can't do anything if he's not close. Put him closer. Why is this happening to me? This is crazy. There we go. Perfect.
The illusion of
That's so much better. And we want to use this to go ahead and get more of these. We did already hit it in one turn, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care for Devour too much. Like, I feel like it's just better to go for graduation. Like that kind of thing, because I don't know. Because it's like, you can't do graduation and Devour at the same time, because your graduation's gonna get eaten by the Devourer. So you kind of just get stuck with nothing. So. But yeah, I don't know.
This is the future you
This is weird. This is really weird. And it's not giving me access to... Interesting.
At least for this moment.
This is
it's a
very
show
strange.
performance.
If they end up if like these guys end up devouring each other, I'm gonna be really ticked. Because that's stupid. Yeah, I don't... I mean, like, there's a... Because of the Devourer, there is now a point to these guys being here. He just ate my bird. God dang it. But there's a point to these guys being here, because they can generate another one of these little guys every 3 days. So like technically my Devour's not exhausting my units, although this stupid rat just keeps eating all my birds. This is why I don't like Devour. Devour is not very epic. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because I hit the quota, and that's like the whole point. But I don't know. It's just not. Quit eating my bird!
This is the future you chose.
Unless if for some reason Devour, like, doesn't actually, like, eat them. And it actually lets you do other things. I don't know. Like, I do not like
The
Devour
prelude has
at
sounded.
all.
What kind of finale will this paradise reach this time?
Go ahead and buy these two. Then we'll close. Thank you. Go ahead and open
At
this
least
too.
in this moment, it's a shared performance.
I hate upgrading artifacts. Uh-oh, what happened? Because I want to know if this stacks. Interesting. They always bad. Yeah, we do really like RNG. It's a very fun part of this video game. Yeah, it's rough. Like, I'm technically building 4 characters in Wuthering Waves at the same time. So they're all steadily getting better. I just kind of got really lucky and I picked the right... What? Props? Cool.
At
But
least for this
not
moment,
one
it's a
of them
shared
is like really...
performance.
Hello Zora, how are you doing today? It's nice to meet you. I guess I probably should not have skipped that. I should have brought an ice cube actually, because they'll be eaten soon. Dang it. I'm giving up. It's a waste. It is important to do... I tend to do skills first before spending any energy on artifacts. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have another Devour. I mean, we hit quota. Not by much. But we did hit quota. It'd be really cool if this guy could, like, start nomming on most of the smaller guys. That event low-key made me mad. Well, what happened? Does it just get really stupid later on and it's, like, just really hard?
Illusion of paradise.
Or what? Why? Bro, we got that guy from Hawkeye Star. We'll go ahead and do that because it's free. Other echo sources? Interesting. I think I'll just take it, then we'll do this.
The rift between worlds
We'll take the
reveals
Devour.
itself within
As long as he
darkness.
doesn't eat my freaking bird. Because I will say, Zora, I'm not a huge fan of Devour. Devour seems kind of counterintuitive. But that's a lot of blocks. That's also just me. Oh, we're so close. We only have 2 birds. You might want to go with another Devourer. Because the cubes are just not going to cut it. So. Okay, I would be kind of okay with them eating a bird now, because I'm losing faster than I can replenish now, which is not good. I guess it doesn't matter, because it's over now and I hit quota, but...
This is the future.
I don't know, this is very strange. This event's very strange. Prot limit reached, but it's only... Oh, okay, so I was like... Yeah, this event can only be triggered once. I already triggered that event. Give me that. Do that, I guess, and then... Oh, we absolutely want to do that. Coupons is not bad. I think this is better because we're consuming like a lot of echoes
The rift between
constantly.
worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
I think I'm getting close to my third day. The blocks should be populated, I hope, very soon. It is nice that they won't eat him because he's a legendary, and they should only eat their tier or lower, I believe. So that's really, really nice. Unless maybe you will. Okay. I'm an hour late. No, it's okay, Xavier. It's okay. They ate my bird. That's fine. Like I said, the devourers should be eaten now instead of the cubes. I need to replenish my cubes. But yeah, so how are you, Xavier? It's good to see you. Having the RNG of like me not being able to actively place them in specific positions means that like this guy did not use his bonus, period, because I couldn't put a devourer next to him. So it was almost like, why even spend the time, you know? Oh yeah, we'll go and take all these, heck yeah. Oh, we need 1,600, oof. Dang it, Dirge. I guess ranked Olive Shibuya defense yesterday. Very, very nice. Awesome. We love that. Yeah, I'm gonna give Shibuya one more go after I get Pan like fully built, because then I'll be able to actually use Yishuan in a team that she's supposed to be used in. So I'll because I'm only missing 1 star, so I'm hoping that I'm able to do that. Yeah. But that is really awesome. We do love that. But yeah, Xavier, were you able to what about MOC? Were you able to get very far in that or no?
This is the
I
future
almost
we
doubled
choose.
that. I almost doubled it. I want more frequency crystals. That's insane. As long as this isn't one that like forces me to use. Okay, so this is difficult.
Fate grants us sweet slumber. To where shall the
I only got up to
travelers
LC by 9.
dream wander?
I gotcha. Okay. Well, you're in luck since MOC tends to take a little bit of time to reset. By then you should have at least one team that's like really solid. So you should be able to just kind of gimmick your way through the second half. Or first half, depending on which part you put your really strong team on. I'm a much bigger fan of...
The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
I'm a much bigger fan of Graduation. I do not like Devour very much. My really strong team? Which one? It's whatever team you choose. Like, I know that doesn't really help, but like, let's say, for example, you really like Castris, because you said that you've been using your Castris a lot. If you spend, like, even half of the time that this MOC cycle is around for building Castris, that team should be able to take you pretty far into the event. So, you know. So that, but it is up to you to pick. Like, you could also pick the Herda, or you could pick Phanon. It's kind of up to you. You could also be kind of cheeky and look at the buff. Like my Castris. Well, when I say Castris, I mean like Castris and her 3 team members. So like Castris, Chibi, Gallagher, and then your 4th. So it's not just Castris as a character. It's her entire team. You want all of them to be like finished or close to it, because relics are kind of a butt. So like, you know. Yes, he picked the right one. I'm so happy. I guess just name is Gallagher, and I can't remember everyone else. I just woke up. No, that's fair. I understand. When I just wake up, asking me anything is not even worth it, because you're not getting an answer. I barely crossed that. That's really rough. Okay, we do really like Graduation. Graduation's probably like the best way to go with this. Not doing that one. Just not. So what is your yield? I want to know. Soon I won't have enough space left in my backpack. I have 2,200 echoes. So yeah, Ketchup, I would probably just start upgrading echoes that you aren't going like just upgrade echoes that you have locked, because you can use echoes to upgrade echoes. That's probably the best thing to do, I think. That, or you can use them to synthesize other echoes. So it's whatever your heart desires.
This is the future you chose. The fate. At least for this moment, it's a shared performance.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, Xavier, I do not know the MOC modification off the top of my head. Because if I did, I could tell you which one of the 3 to like really focus on. It probably has something to do with Hysolins and Phanon, because like Cylindrica, I can't pronounce her name. The Phanon dedicated support is obviously for Phanon, so they want to make her good at MOC. And then Hysolins is Dot, so like if you have Kafka will do it too. Hyacinth is soon to come. She could be. Absolutely. I feel like absolutely she could be. God, it is thundering so much outside. So like I said, if stream just like crashes, my power got cut, and I will not be going live when my power comes back, just to make sure that my PC doesn't get fried or anything. All I've heard about Saridra is she's terrible. She is not good unless you have Fight on. She exists. Now, with that said, she's not out yet, so we don't know. We cannot say for absolute certainty that she's good or bad, because they can change things until the day she releases. Technically, they can change them after she releases, but that's very far and few between. So, just keep that in mind. But, do I clear here? I don't think so. That's crazy. Do I have to do Devour? I hate Devour. I don't want to do that. That's so annoying. That's so annoying. I find out what I want to get a character I don't care for, so a character I barely use in the first place. Right, yeah, no, like, if you don't use them, it doesn't make any sense. So, like, absolutely, that makes sense. But yeah, that makes sense. Not getting a character that you don't like, I absolutely understand. Though barely using Fen. Yeah, that is kind of weird. But you also have a lot of options to choose from right now, so it makes sense for you to you know, have all, because you have a lot of options. You do, so. But yeah, so. But I'm kind of hoping Hycelin's is good. Although I probably won't have enough to get her. That just means that Dot finally got a little bit of love. Finally got a little bit of love. Which is so nice. So nice. I don't have a reason for any of the characters. Yeah, no, like, I have a reason for Hyceland. But if you don't want to get any character, you shouldn't pull for characters you don't like. Absolutely. Because, and I kind of put myself between a rock and a hard place, because the next character that I care about is Cypher outside of Hyceland's. I'd love to get Kafka, but I don't want to. So I think, and here comes the #1 Kafka laser, by the way. Kafka functions different than a main DPS in the sense of, one, her buffs make her more of a support buffer, a sub DPS buffer kind of character, so she's not a main DPS. And then secondly, Dot works different than a main DPS that allows you to bypass some enemies, because it's like, say you're fighting Gopard in like Sim Universe, he has a shield, right? Dot just doesn't care. Dot lets you go through the shield. So although, yes, she is a quote DPS, although a sub DPS that provides buff to the entire team, she's like, the damage is fundamentally different than Phanon and Castris and the Herda, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like you're, I don't know, a good way to explain it. And not to build a whole second team for Kafka. I mean, yeah, like, So like Xavier, if I were you, I would just not summon on anything until you have the teams that you have that you want to use done. Because like you are drowning in characters that you need to build. So if you just like wait on summoning and get caught up, one, you'll have a lot of summons. Yeah, you have a reason to save. Absolutely, it's huge. So not only do you have a reason to save, but when you do get to summon again, you're going to be able to go dummy with the summons. You will have so many.
The illusion of paradise.
Okay. So I guess the name of the game is to do the infinite later. And then come back when you have an upgraded shop. That's kind of annoying, but I guess I understand.
To where shall the traveler's prolonged dream wander?
Cause sure, I guess. But yeah, no, I think it's your best interest. And I'm still doing the question before us, so I'm gonna. Oh yeah, no, like you have so much stuff saved up in your world in various different like hidey holes. You're chilling in the asteroid department. It really is just getting the relics to build your characters. That's really what it is. Okay, so a lot of these guys are going to expire in a day. I don't need to use this though because I hit quota. I don't know if quota carries over, so there's no point. It's unfortunate because like I would really want to maximize on the
This is the future you chose.
things that I got, but we absolutely want those. Yeah. I'll take a purple. Yeah, why not? Especially as I'm happy to farm Stellar Jades. Right? No, absolutely. It's always nice seeing the number go up. I completely agree. But yeah, it is. I think after Hyslins and Cypher, I keep saying this, but after Hyslins and Cypher, Kafka team will be done for the 4th time. Cypher team, not Cypher team, Saber team will be finished. And then the Herda team will also be soft finished because I don't have to keep worrying about Robin being on any other team anymore. So there's that, which is super, super nice. Cool. We definitely want to use that. So there's that. What is that creature? That's really unfortunate. I wasn't able to get that.
The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
Interesting. That's warning AX. Right. I knew what it was. It was more so I didn't expect it to be there because I didn't put it there. So I was just I was caught off by surprise because I wasn't expecting it to, be there. Yeah, like I expect him to be there because I put him there anyway. But yeah, I still also need to rebuild Kafka like from the ground up because he just spawned. I guess he just wanted to hang out. But yeah, I still need to rebuild Kafka from the ground up because her buff changes how she wants to be built. Which is super nice. No, but it is actually nice. It is actually cool. So there is that.
This is the future you chose.
Because I guess that's just what happened. Because I kept saying that I have nothing to really pull for. And then Cypher came out, and I was really tempted. And I was like, yeah, but I don't really have a team to make her work. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to get Cypher. And then Saber happened. And I was like, well, crap. So now Saber gave me a reason to summon. But she came out after Cypher, which is another thing. Now, I don't use Silver Wolf, so I don't think I'm actually going to do that. But the fact that Kafka also wants Cypher's Lycone is kind of annoying, because I don't want to summon for a Lycone twice. But at the same time, like, it makes Kafka really strong because of the speed buff that it gives and the damage. So, failed? What do you mean failed? Brother, this event's so annoying. I can see what Zora was saying earlier. This event's just not very interesting. What do you mean failed? That's so annoying. I was perfectly fine playing Graduation. I'm being perfectly honest. See, that's what I'm saying. Why promote her Sig on banner if it's not her best? Right? Because that just doesn't make sense. At least it doesn't make sense to me. So, I don't know. It's just doesn't make sense. So, like, I guess I can kind of cope and be like, oh, well, they'll change it before Kafka gets a rerun, but it would make, why not change it now? You know, why not change it when she got the buff? But I don't know.
The prelude has sounded. What kind of
That's so
finale will
annoying.
this
I have to do this
experience
again. So
this time?
stinky. That doesn't make sense in general. That's what I'm saying. Also, in my opinion, I enjoyed this event. I mean, like, this event is fun. I'm not saying that it's not. But it's, like, oddly particular. And I don't like that. I don't know. It's weird. It just, to me, it just doesn't make much sense. But, like, the event's fun. Like, I really enjoyed playing graduation builds. Like, that was fun. I enjoyed that. But after that, it's just kind of... Like, I don't like I don't like Devour at all. I'm being perfectly honest. I hate Devour. Devour's annoying. Take the Dream Box for free. I don't want to do that. See, this is actually a really bad one to have because I should just take the one that gives more objects. I don't like Devour. I like Devour. I mean, that's fair. The reason why I don't like it is because if you calculate incorrectly, I have way too many of these guys. I need to get more of these shrooms. Because if you calculate incorrectly, you lose out on production of your tickets. So that way you fail. You just lose. However, if you're doing graduation, if you're slightly short this phase, next phase, you're going to do it because you have graduation. So that's just me. So.
The illusion of paradise.
Yeah, like I'm barely clearing this. barely clearing. I don't want that. I guess we'll take these. I just need... I have so many of these. I have so many of these. Like, to the point... It doesn't make sense for me to have so many of these things. Yeah. But that's my 2 cents, of course. If you've been able to clear this stuff, then you're obviously better than I am. It's just not giving me access to the mushrooms. Like, I need the mushrooms here to provoke these guys. It's just not giving it to me. Can I have the mushrooms, please? Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to... You're kidding me. Mushroom, please. Hate this game.
Can this improvisation bring about a new chapter?
There we go.
in the Song of Life?
Oh, hi. Thanks for spawning.
This is the future you...
Give me these. I love this one. Heck yeah. That was actually a really good shot. I have decided to stop pulling for Firefly. I'm at 50 something pity. I don't exactly need Firefly currently. I'll get her on new run. That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. I just need to get really freaking lucky and spam the ever-loving crap out of the mushrooms.
At least for this moment, it's a shared performance. The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
Like, that was sketch. As much as I love Firefly, I've kind of let her go. I understand. Yeah. Because she is still really good in APOC. So, like, there is that.
Perhaps I should rejoice how a chaotic...
So I really don't use Firefly too much outside of APOC, but you know, getting APOC is just super nice. I don't do graduation though. That's the problem. Excuse me. That's the problem. I'm not doing graduation very often. Sure, I guess we'll do that. But I don't need... I don't know. This is going to be scout. I'm not generating 2,000 energy. Because I need more heckin' mushrooms. And they're not giving it to me. Please, give it to me. Please. I'm only generating 700 per. That's insane. Oh, I'm so cooked, chat. I'm not clearing this. Yeah, I'm not clearing this. I don't have enough. I'm going to be short by 1,000. That's insane. This event's so... I don't know. Like, a part of me just doesn't like losing, which is, you know, fair. But at the same time, it's like, why? It's a limited time event. Why make it so annoying? We'll take that, and then I think that's actually it. I think that's all the guns that we take. We absolutely use this though. unfortunately, all these are kind of doo-doo. Yeah. So I'm a little worried that Hyslins is going to, because obviously if I can get Hyslins, I have a break period of Ceridra's banner, but after that banner's over, I'm cooked because I just don't have enough summons if Cypher were to come out immediately after. And her rerun's kind of coming up. I don't want to say like it absolutely is on the horizon, but it is possible for her to be rerun relatively soon, which scares me. So, yeah. Castris has become my second favorite character, though. She has a very good story. Very, very good story. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I am just getting so freaking unlucky, and I'm not getting the mushrooms. I need to get the mushrooms. Maybe if I just redo the really early one and I can max out my, like, skill tree? I don't know if that's how this works. Or if I have to beat new ones. Because I have to beat new ones, this game's kind of cringe. And I think I lost. I think I'm gonna lose here because I'm not getting a buffer anymore. Yeah, I got a buffer of 50. Gonna take that, heck yeah. I'll take that too. If I can get another chest, that'd be pretty cool. New. Yeah, so did you do her character story? Is that why you're saying that, Xavier? Or just the more you play her, the more fun she is? Yes, we got a mushroom. I'm so happy. Probably not gonna hit it, which is super fun. Yep. Failing at phase 3 is insane. Like this is the fact that they don't give you the stuff to upgrade this either means that you have to win, which is super annoying. Like this is just not particularly very fun. Like it's like you have to click. This is so annoying. Maybe I am just bad at these, which is entirely fair if I am. But I want to see if I redo this, if it will give me access to more energy. Because if I can just farm this to get more points for energy, then I'm going to do this. Because it makes no sense for me to not.
The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
In the story, she's a great character. I haven't done character story yet, just in general. Right. Gotcha. I did Dream Even It before continuing to the next one. Yeah, well, I also failed Dream Infinite. I don't know. Maybe I am like the other problem, but here comes like all of my excuses all at once because I'm prepared. I came prepared. But I don't look at my main monitor very often for like games and pay attention to it because I really want to be able to respond to chat when they type messages. So maybe if I just like lock in and shut up, then maybe we would actually see some progress. Is you thinking too hard? Well, as I just said, I tend to look at chat and not consider what I'm doing on my main monitor too much so that I can respond to my chat. So it's not so much that I'm not thinking, it's I'm allocating the resources to what I deem to be more important, which is my viewers. But We'll do... how many of these do we have? We only have one. We'll definitely take... another chest. Makes sense. Yeah. But like the actual reality, Xavier, of it's just a skill issue. I'm just bad. Which is fair. Also, Alice is out now. You betcha. At the end of stream today, we will be doing Yanagi to W Engine summons. Because okay, so beating it again does not actually give you anything. Kind of interesting. Interesting. Okay, so
to where shall the traveler of this prolonged dream wander?
we want to get one of these on the field like now. We'll take these. Okay, I wanna keep the blocks around because they allow me to activate this passive. So that's what we're gonna try to do. Also, sorry Xavier if it seemed like I snapped. Slightly sleep deprived. So don't want to make it seem like I'm snappy. That is true, but don't want to snap at my viewers at all. I'm 20 pulls away from Alice. I pray I win 50-50. I give you the best of luck. Best of luck, absolutely. I couldn't tell. Okay. Well, that's good, because, like... Just wanted to make sure.
The illusion of paradise will
Okay, so we're doing better this time. I'm not devouring this wave. 500 dreamers. I don't... So this is the... we haven't needed to use this. Although it doesn't stack, so we do need to keep an eye out, because I want to use it to next day. Okay. So we need to use this the next day. So we want to use this now when we're done with this.
At least for this moment, it's a shared performance.
Okay. Now let's hope this works. Let's hope. We don't have too many graduations. I'll take it. We don't have too many graduations going on. This might be my downfall. I do not know. I mean, we hit it, so it's not like it's that bad. We do have 22. I'm at 70 pity on Genshin, at 20 pulls away from S rank on CCZ. I have to win 50-50 on both. Who are you going for on Genshin? I would have loved to have this earlier. That's insane. But yeah, who are you going for on Genshin? I have 22 echoes. Show all echoes, yes. I bet you most of them are. They are. Okay, cool. Because now we have 20, so the screen should still be filled. Gotcha, okay. So I want to try and keep them under, so if I end up going over with ice, I want to sell them. That way, we're able to maintain... What? Dang, that's so annoying. I guess it takes... I forgot it takes energy crystals to dismiss. I'm going for a Chaska when second phase comes out. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, she seems to be really good. Actually, I did load up Genshin to do dailies yesterday because I was talking about the Saritsa and I was like, I should probably do my dailies occasionally, you know, to make sure that I have the summons to do something with her. And Ineffa looks pretty interesting. I'm not going to pull for her because she's not the Saritsa, but she looks pretty interesting. I almost threw. We'll take that. And the unfortunate part is that I don't have blank blocks. I cannot dismiss these guys either. So this is essentially borderline heckin' useless because I can't get rid of them. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Because this is 1 day too. So around 3 days I should be able to get one on a blank block, but I don't have a blank block, so it doesn't matter. It's kind of sad.
Can this improvisation bring about a new chapter in the Song of Life?
I plan to get Wanderer, but Jessica is much better. I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. I have heard that Jessica's like, I don't know, but I know that her kit is like she has a gun, and then you have I lost again. This is really annoying. This might be one of those events that I just don't stream because I'm not giving it enough attention. But I also don't really feel like not talking for like hours. That's a stretch. I don't really feel like talking for like 30 minutes and then letting chat feel ignored. I don't want to do that. So, although I yeah, we're not doing that. I want to go here. I don't want to change to this because this is just not. I want to take this one.
A great performance needs not two conductors. I will yield for now and allow you to command.
Okay, there we go. I'd be talking to myself. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to. It's my job to be entertaining first and foremost, not to play the game. So that is very nice of you, but I do have. I want to uphold my job because I want to do good for you guys. We'll take that too. Unfortunately, we're not getting a devoured. Well, that guy can't be devoured, so that's whatever. I'm also not too confident about winning 50-50 one too many times in Zenless. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Okay, how am I supposed to get a devourer if I can't play Devour if I don't get a Devour character? You think so? My dog came in my room, is talking to me. Come here, baby. Oh, you wanna lay on the bed? Okay. We'll take the block, I guess, to farm more echoes because we barely hit it here. I think it's a little too late for me to pivot to graduation, so. I've won on Hugo, Yishuan, and Shifufu. I'm not confident about else. No, you gotta have hope. You gotta have hope. I'll take the 10 coupons because like I need it so bad. Refresh. These is so annoying. Like my bonus is giving me Devour cards, but the regular shop is giving me graduation cards. So I can't pick one or the other to go into. Please. Yeah, I think I've won on every Zenless banner except Evelyn. Maybe Miyabi. It's been a while since I've pulled for Miyabi, so I can't say for certain. But yeah, I think in that instance, it's just kind of what happens. Yeah, no, you gotta have, because like, it's a 50-50, right? No matter how lucky or unlucky you're feeling, it's still just a 50-50. That's really unfortunate. I would have loved to have either of these, and I'm not gonna get any of them. But just super sick. I love that.
At least for this moment.
It's my favorite thing in the whole world. Oh, we do want more diggies. You want to make room for diggies. Yeah, we're not gonna win this one either, because it keeps splitting my farces. Rah. I'm hoping this allows me to put more. Thank you. I was really hoping it would put my graduation people on the field now, and it did, which is good. That's not worth it. That is so not worth it. I mean, great, I have Devour now, but, like, what's the point? It's gonna take my graduation. Grr. You missed the Devour? I picked it up there. But, I mean, like, at this point, what's the point in taking Devour? Because I have so much graduation. He's going to snag my graduation, which is ultimately a not good thing. And I can't control what he devours, because it's random placement. So, it's like, okay, cool, I have this, but now what? Like, I don't, this is really annoying. I think I'm going to do this event offline. That way I can just sit down, not talk, and just watch it. I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because I'm not reading what some of these echoes are doing and things like that. And as Xavier said, I missed a Devour earlier. But at that point, I don't even think it was worthwhile going for the Devour, because I had so much graduation. And then he started to eat my graduation, so I don't know. Devour, devours, devour, or win, right? So yeah, I think this is an event I'm just going to do on my own time. Because it's just, I'm not giving it enough attention, and I need to... This is a permanent event? Why? I mean, I'm down for it, because, like, free asteroids for people who can't do this yet. But, huh? Why? That's very strange. I think this event would be significantly more, like, it would be easier for me, because I'm not paying much attention to chat, if I could gain these crystals by redoing ones that I've already beaten. Because then I could obviously just power through the lower tier ones. I wouldn't have to think as much. But I do want to see that skin, though. I do want to see that skin. X. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't think I have... Maybe I do. It's always so annoying to try and find them in this one. If I just go here, I'll mess with your... You don't have anything, I think. I don't care. 4-piece. Where is Ryder? You... Ha. Yeah, that would just look sick. That's awesome. I'll be right back, chat.
Hmm. Ah. Hmm.
Okay. If I remember, for first phase, I use CP defense. I use Yishuan, Jifufu trigger. Very nice. Interesting. You used 2 stunners, but it worked.
Hmm.
And then second half, I used Miyabi, Nicole, Astra. Nicole's such a good character. Like, actually, very, very good character. I really need to build her. And then, you mean, like, Astra's just insane. Yeah, I think it's interesting that you didn't use the support on Ji Yishuan, which I can kind of make sense because Yishuan doesn't benefit too much from Astra. You just use 2 stunners to maximize her damage that way. Very smart of you. Very, very smart. So actually, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over to Zenless now. So screen's going black. Everything's fine. Like y'all are okay. I'm still here. I promise. Screen's black. That just gives me an excuse to load up Zenless. I'll do my dailies. See if I can squeeze out more summons that I have. And then we'll summon for Yanagi Laiko. Not Laiko. That's HSR. W engine. But we also can do Alice's trial, which I'm really excited for. Because Alice is sick. We like Alice a lot. Nicole wasn't even fully built. You can be very lenient with Nicole, and she'll do very, very well. She's very, very, very strong. I just put her on the team and it worked, right? Absolutely. But yeah, no. Nicole's very good. Very, very, very good. Y'all can y'all can hear Zenless actually. Miyabi and Nicole Astra's just broken. Yeah, I mean, like, the 2 of the best supports in the game paired with the best DPS in the game. I hate it when it does that. That really hurt. Okay. There we go. It always takes OBS a minute to realize that I've unblocked Endless as a source. But look how nice this looks, chat. Before I did that stream where I did everything, all of this was riddled with blue question marks and like blue text boxes. Like everyone wanted to talk to me. And now I'm caught up in everything. It's super nice. It's super, super, super nice. I don't want to talk about the fact that I missed the confirm button 3 times. I tested Miyabi, Astra, and Hollow Zero. It actually worked decently. Yeah. Like, before Yuzuha, Astra was Miyabi's best in slot. She still is her best in slot if you don't run Miyabi Anomaly. So. I guess I shouldn't use my energy until we do Yanagi summons. That way I know what I need to farm. I think that's... I used to us as well. They did do that in Hollow Zero, didn't they? Absolutely. I have too much energy. Nah, you don't have enough energy, I promise. I promise. But yeah, so I guess we can actually just start by going down the line, actually. I don't have any fish because I finished it. Alice Timefield. 846 energy. I promise you, you will burn through that. I promise. Also, is that the energy you have in your bar or in your reserves? Yeah, very rarely do you actually tapped. You probably should, because there is a hard limit to how much you can have in reserves, and if you don't spend it, you're literally just losing it.
Waste of time.
So just keep that in mind. I would definitely check. These people act like I don't know how to use Yanagi.
Good work, Piper. Roger.
It's crazy you don't spawn them in immediately, so that you're like staggered in what you want to do. I don't know how to use Yanagi even after the trial. Would you like me to explain it to you, or do you not just plan on getting her in? Like, because I can explain it to you. She's actually pretty straightforward. However, you do play her a very specific way when you have her with Miyabi, so there is that. But I can definitely explain it to you. I'm not getting her. Yeah, that's what I thought you said that you were gonna get her, so I didn't want to bombard you with information if you weren't going to use her. Okay, now we get to try out Alice. But I'll take the you'll take an okay. So when I finish this, I'll hop into like a practice mode with Yanagi, and then I can walk you through it. 0.95 seconds of active duration is suffering physical. Okay. In case I do want to get her, yeah, I can absolutely do it for you. There we go. Now, yeah, so that's the 5th hit of her Awakened. Yeah, I know how this move works. Trust me.
Let's go. Perfectly symmetrical. Your weakness has been exposed.
That is a very fun attack. It's such a fun attack.
Yeah. Ready for another lesson?
Wait, we're already in free combat?
That's it. Out of my way. Good work, Piper.
Okay. They really like putting Lucy on the free like trial runs like all the time. It's always Lucy.
Want to go another round?
I guess occasionally they'll do the Sakaku. Occasionally.
Better buckle up. Buckle up. It's time to settle this.
I did that incorrectly. But it also doesn't matter. He's going to die here. Yeah. Use Alice, hold swap to Miyabi, Miyabi ult, then swap, then use Miyabi, hold swap to Alice. Use It's an infinite feeding loop of energy. Yeah, I think that they can have some pretty goofy interactions if you do it like that. It would be really cool to get Alice and test her, see how she pairs with Miyabi. Because Miyabi, from my understanding, if Alice is pure anomaly, Miyabi is still better because she has more versatility. But that doesn't mean Alice is any worse. That just means it's going to take literal God to overthrow Miyabi. So, okay. You want to know how Yanagi works. Free training. Give me free training. Give me
What brings you?
you.
My blade is at the ready.
Yes. Okay. So, I'm not going to tell you all like the boring stuff and things like that. That's fine. You're not going to move. You can be stunned. That's fine. There we go. Okay. So, Yanagi has two things you really want to look out for. This and her bar. So, I wonder if there's a way to give me energy. Enable. There we go. Okay. So, there's two things. One, this bar, she has two stances. I'm not going to tell you specifically what they do because 99% of the time you're going to be in both. So the idea with Miyabi, or not Miyabi, Yanagi, is to be both stances. So by holding or tapping her EX, she will activate both of her stances, which gives her both of the buffs of being in both stances. And that also allows you to have this buff. And this buff is obviously on a timer. I'm going to wait for it to expire, but while this buff is active, you can do it again. And then that gives her more auto attacks. So like this sweeping motion that you see, that's added to it, and it allows her to build up more anomaly. So let's see if I'm going to increase this guy's level just so he doesn't die immediately. So what you can do is like you can do this, you can tap to change and get into both, then it'll give you an auto, then you can do tap and extend the attack. And this entire time you're building energy, the entire time. So she's very, very much a one-man army. And the cool thing is, if you saw that disorder, Yanagi can apply anomaly disorder on her own. She does not need a second anomaly character at all.
Mind and body.
So, and then her ult just applies a crap ton of anomaly. So, if I were to say, and then if I were to leave and I go back in, I can show you how to use her specifically with Miyabi because I think that's her best way to be used. You can do
I can help you work.
Yanagi and Miyabi.
This is the path I follow.
And these two are exceptionally deadly because, as you know, Miyabi gets stacks every time she uses every time an anomaly is applied, right? Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, so it's with her hold. That's how it's done. She always applies with her hold. Well, she can apply with all of her attacks, but when she's in both of her stances, she increases the amount that she applies. I believe, I don't know which one of those does that, but you have both buffs, so it doesn't matter. But every time she does apply it, I don't know why it defaults it to 10. Make it 70, there we go. But every time she applies an anomaly, you're getting 2 stacks because you're doing electric and disorder. So you can essentially spam the ever-loving crap. Oh, there we go. So you can essentially just spam her E, do a whole bunch of autos to build an anomaly. Then once you actually apply the anomaly, do this, swap to Miyabi.
It's over. Victory.
You can do all.
Only option.
You can go. You can hold E.
I'm unstoppable.
Get her hold again.
Weakling.
Go back to Yanagi. Open with her ult to get energy charge. Like, see how much electric? Like, she applied it with 1, so now you can just hit her E twice. You're back to Miyabi. Like, that's why they're so incredibly dangerous. Yanagi acts as a huge battery for Miyabi. And she gains her energy relatively quickly, so you're able to use her EX most of the time that you wish to do it. So, very strong with Miyabi. in my humble opinion, the strongest variation of Miyabi. Actually, I think that's just factual. Uh, but yeah, she's very strong. Very, very good. Very, very powerful. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, because I don't care about these two objects. Yeah, I do. 24 days until they reset, though. But did that make sense, or do I need to go back or like slow down or anything, or I can elaborate? But I don't really care too much about that. Yeah, to be in. I got it somewhat. What part's confusing? I can elaborate, because I plan to pull in like 8 minutes, but I don't mind helping people. I like helping people, so. So I guess I'm gonna drink water first before I go on another rant. Ugh. Okay. How many summons do we have to work with? I do have to get, I have to win 75-25. 75-25. Yeah, 105, so we can hit it once. Plus 49, so it's possible. So, long story short, yes. However, this kind of goes for every character in the game, not just Yanagi. She's just a really good example of this. So, and forgive me if this is like, if you do know this, I'm being very thorough. But first off, we're going to enable all of these. Then we're going to change this to 10 or 70, not 10. So, whenever you see, you're not supposed to move. Disable. So, whenever you see things like, I was thinking she applied automatically. So, no. I don't think there's any character in the game that applies disorder just by existing. So whenever you see her do electric, like this, so whenever you see blue numbers, that bar right there is going to increase. And then when it hits the top, it'll reset, and then it applies disorder. A lot of Yanagi's abilities apply this very, very, very quickly. Like if I change this from a tiefling to like a Dullahan, let him spawn in. So notice it's very, very small if I do her ult.
Don't go unanswered.
So all of that was blue damage, so it's going to increase. And then when I do her auto attack, it's blue damage, so it's applying more to the element. And then when you hold her EX attack, if they're already applied, she does disorder. So I guess the part that might be confusing is she doesn't do disorder if they don't have an element already afflicting them. So like he's not afflicted by an element right now, so it wouldn't trigger disorder. But if I hit him a few times, now he's shocked. If I hold now, it'll apply disorder. So in order to get disorder, they have to already be afflicted by an element, which is why you want to do, you know, her autos to apply electric, then hold E, or her ult, one of those two. So like, he's shocked. Boom. So after you get the enemy applied to shock assault, yes, so as long as they have any elemental reaction in the game, she will apply disorder. It doesn't have to be shock that she's applying. She will passively build up shock as well, so that will also be a disorder. But a disorder from her E can happen with as long as they have any disorder. So yeah, like if I were to put Piper on the team, she would also be able to do this. The only problem being my Piper is not very good. I wish there was a way to change team and not just swap character. It's like swapping the character removes what you've done, which is really annoying.
What brings Tsukishiro? My blade is at the ready.
But yeah.
Let's hit the road.
Yeah, so like if I take Piper because she's a physical anomaly. Now my Piper's not built, so this is going to be slightly slow. And we're gonna make you be a dual hand because you will die too fast. Okay, so Piper's another anomaly character. It might take a minute, but there we go. So he now has Assault. He's not shocked, but we're still triggering Disorder. So, and it's also build passing up Electric passively, so you're getting Disorder twice if you were able to apply Shock Anomaly as well. So, Yanagi is the queen at Disorder. This also applies for Miyabi's Frostburn, so if Miyabi applies Frostburn, she's not being the only one benefiting from it. I get it now, but I'm stuck. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I explained it well in a way that made sense. So that's good. I did my job. I did a good job. But so yeah, I think we're just gonna get into the Yanagi summons. I would like her weapon. She's the only S-rank character on my account that does not have her weapon. We just have the win guarantee. So I have to win guarantee. We're going for weapon. She's the only S-rank that I don't have her weapon for, and she definitely deserves it because she's on my strongest team by far. We don't have guarantee, but it's also very rare for a character to not have. This is really... I'm scared. I hate pulling when there's no guarantee. This is gonna hurt. Can I get it in a 10 pull? Because I have 0 pity. No, cool. Double A though. Double A though. I don't think there's any AW engines that I absolutely need. I have Pans at max, so I'm not too worried about that. Because I think he's the only one that I use. I think he's the only A rank unit that I use, so I don't know any. Yeah, I don't need anything else. Nope. I always play a prank on myself. When I see it initially, I'm always like, okay, that's gotta be shaking, right? That's shaking, surely. But like right there, when it starts to shake like that, I'm like, what is shaking? But no, it's moving. I always trick myself. It's the 5th. Well, this is the 6th, so we're... Yeah, whatever. So we're getting close to soft pity. We're getting close. For 4 A's in a 10 pull. That's awesome. I feel like Zenless is really good about that. Like, they give you a lot of A ranks. Maybe that's just me. That's awesome. Maybe that's just me and my account, but 4 A ranks. What? Right? Come on, this is it, right? Give me it slightly early? Nope. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Usually I end up having to go to Heart Pity. Usually I do. So this hurts though. I have not had a chance to get my stockpile back. Okay, so we're in soft pity now. Next pull will be guaranteed, I'm pretty sure. I don't even like... It would be kind of cool if I got a duplicate, but at the same time, it's a weapon, so it's not like... It would be much better to get a duplicate character than a weapon. The most angst I've gotten is in Wuthering Waves. There's no shot it's the first one. Please don't do that. Don't do that. It's... Okay, let's rip the band-aid off. Do I win or not? I really hope. Please, please. Let's go! We got it! Let's go! You know, you got her W in. Yes, she deserves it. And I only used 90 summons. How many summons do I have now? Not very much. 74? Ugh. Okay, well, that went really well. Yeah, that went fantastic. Absolutely. That was awesome. $74 is a lot, man. Well, okay, well, when compared to 0, yes, it is a lot. But when you compare it to how much you need to guarantee a character, it's nothing. Also, And this might sound bragging, and I don't mean it to be, but also compared to what I'm used to having, which is around 400, 74 is not a lot. 74 is not a lot.
Awaiting orders.
I'm gonna cry if I don't have enough stuff to upgrade this completely, because then I'm going to like forget to change this weapon off of her, and then she'll just do less damage, which is going to be very bad. Luckily, I did pre-farm a little bit before this, knowing that I would get the weapon. So there's that, which is very nice. So looks like we got to 60. Perfect. That's very nice. Absolutely. Sweet. Oh, wow. This made her so much stronger. Oh, wow. This is nice for the team, but the wearer's electric anomaly buildup rate increased by 30%. Miyabi's gonna hold trigger so much more often now. What the heck is this W engine? When special attack or EX special attack hits enemies suffering an attribute anomaly, the equipper's anomaly proficiency increased by 75% for 15 seconds. That's insane. $375. This is insanity. So now I have to rebuild Miyanagi so that her proficiency is getting higher, because her proficiency needs to be 375. That's insane. Actually, no, I don't, because it hits the stat. It hits the 75 because she gets 75 from her weapon. That's insane. That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, let's see. My Miyabi has 92 crit rate and 134 crit damage. How's that? That's really good. I'd say that's really solid. It's better than mine. So yeah, because you want to hit 90% crit rate for the maximum buff from her kit. So 90's perfect, and then obviously the rest of it can go into crit damage and attack percent. So yay, I'm better. You betcha, absolutely. You are indeed. Well, now I don't know what to spend my energy on. I was fully expecting to have to spend my energy on Yanagi's W engine, but now I don't need to. My Miyabi has surpassed. Yeah. It did indeed. Okay, well now the question is, do I want to... Who do I need? I need to fix a lot of these goobers. A lot of these characters need fixing. Like a lot. I mean, you're kind of okay. I think actually you're pretty good. You probably need the most attention out of all of them, if I had to guess. Yeah, probably. Hmm.
Fufu's here.
Yeah, you need help. Your fourth equipment's terrible. Okay, let's see if we can fix that atrocity. We're looking for crit rate with crit damage such that.
What a perfect mix.
We'll keep that. Yishwan takes that. That's flat stats. We don't care. Flat stats are terrible. Sub stats are terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. Defense main stats crazy.
That this delicious composition brings is true. What a perfect.
I mean, it's crit rate, but sub stats are terrible. Nope. That's really good. That has potential. That also could be better. Pen is okay, especially on stun units. Defense. I will not take that. Anomaly mastery. No, we're good. Okay, cool. All right,
What's
Chifufu.
today's reading is
Let's fix your build in like 2 seconds, because we're totally not going to fail. Upgrade crit damage. Yeah, I mean, it rolled everything once. I mean, Pen's fine. Crit damage is obviously what we wanted. That one's significantly better. There we go. 70, 93. Perfect. She would probably like more crit damage, but that's pretty okay. Like, yeah, this is atrocious, but so is this one. So I think I know what set I'm going to be farming. I know what I need to farm.
I can help you ward off misfortune and disaster.
Man is iron, rice is steel. I make a mean chitlins meal.
We'll go ahead and do this one, because Astra's also a good set to have. Pen's okay. Pen's not bad. Now if I can get Yuzuha, my Miyabi team, strongest team on my account, period. Ishone's really strong. I think she might be rivaling my Miyabi team, if not better. But if I can get Yuzuha, it's not gonna matter. Rude. She hits so hard now.
resistance is futile. Sorry, I'm late, Yanagi.
Yeah, the electric anomaly build-up's insane. I want to continue building my soldiers here, but I do not feel like farming for drives. I mean, you have the energy. You definitely have the energy. Yeah, defense percent mates, that's crazy. That actually reminds me, Xavier, you should check. I don't know if you're in Zenless, but Zenless actually has 3 different ways that you can gain energy. And I want to make sure you're not missing out on
Waste of time.
any.
Sorry, I'm late, Yanagi.
Because once 2 of them are capped, you don't get any more energy, period, which is really bad.
I'm unstoppable.
I'm not in ZZZ right now. Okay. So I'll go ahead and tell you, and I just hope you remember. Because I don't want you to waste energy if you want to use it on something. What's the third way? It's not you don't really gain energy. It's just another way that the game stores it for you. And I'm going to show you instead of just try and explain it, because I'm not going to do a very good job at that. Okay, so you have this. Obviously, when that gets to 999, you cannot get any more coffee from Tin Master. You also have, this is the important one. You have this. This is backup battery. When this hits 2,400, you cannot get any more energy at all. You do not get it from time, essentially. So you're losing energy because you don't generate more, if that makes sense. So if this is capped, you're bleeding and you need to spend it. You use that? Okay, good. Because some people, I actually, when I first started, didn't know that this existed. And so I was capped for like a day. And it was really bad. So as long as you know about it, that's the important part. Also, my guy, please, those boopons. What do you mean boopons? What about them? What boopons? Over 200 boopons? Well, yeah, I mean, like, they're used to summon bang boos. Why would you... Like, yeah, why not hold on to them? The electric anomaly generation's insane. This W engine is awesome. I mean, it's only 30%, so it's not like... It's not like 100%. But yeah, 30% is awesome. Why do I have so many? Because I don't need... Because I only summon... Because I don't summon for characters very often. And when I do, I tend to summon for characters that work in a team. So for every 3 characters I summon, they need 1 Bangbu, if that makes any sense. So I've only really summoned for like 3 or 4 Bangbu in my account's life cycle. Because if I summon for the other ones, like, yeah, they're cool, but I never use them. So I don't summon for them. Then I only summon for them when I need them.
My blade is already sheathed.
Sure, I guess. No, not happening. Do you have any maxed out Bangbus? Level-wise, yes. Like, star Mindscape-wise, no. I stop at 0.
Stay focused. You can't escape.
Sorry I'm late, Yanagi. You should move.
No, I do not.
It's over.
I have Sharpie maxed with all stars. Good. Yeah, and that makes sense. That's this one. Attack percent main stat, kind of cringe. Because Miyabi. Yeah, I could probably. If I wanted to, what could I do? I could. Because it's 70 searches. You see, this is all the S-Wing Bangbus that I have. I do have Shark Boo. But yeah, I could probably get Gulliver to S rank. Should I not use Shark Boo on Miyabi? That depends. So, as I mentioned several times, Miyabi can be used on several different teams. She's very, very, very flexible. I use Miyabi with an Anomaly Disorder team, so this is the best Bangbu for her because it helps Yanagi and Rina do what they need to do. It also helps Miyabi by applying Electric, obviously. But since you use her in Mono Ice, Shark Boo is better because it's allowing her to do what she needs to do in that team. So I think Shark Boo is perfectly fine. If you end up wanting to transition to an Anomaly team for Miyabi, it would probably be in your best interest to pick up Gulliver. But since you're not, you're totally fine.
I can help you.
Eradicate all evil.
But that's what. I don't use her on Mono Ice. I use her with the Cole
This is
Astra.
the path I follow.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So then let me. Okay, so Xavier, how often are you able to use her hold attack?
Wanna try my special Bangbu combo?
Often? Yeah, so how often do you use the Bangbu in your chain attacks? Also, I just got a notification that I used all my energy for Saber video. Yes. Yes. I will talk about that in just a moment, but thank you. I don't use Bangbu. Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. If you used him a lot more, then Sharkboo probably wouldn't be your best option because he wants to have more ice units on the team, and he also does a lot with anomaly buildup. So,
Let's try him out on Eos one by one.
but I think like he's fine because he has a high attack. It's okay. I don't know if there's any like particular one that would be, because that's physical anomaly, and then that's just physical damage. So that's not very good either. Penguin? Nah, because that's chain attack. Yeah, Sharkboo's probably your best bet.
Have a good one, and please come
Yeah,
again.
I'm also a little bad about not using the Bang Boo in the follow-ups because I could just take another slash with Miyabi and then win. So, but yeah. I think Sharkboo does what he needs to do. Glad I have the Bang Boo. Oh yeah, no, that's huge. Having a Bang Boo maxed out's amazing. But yeah, I think out of all the characters in all the Hoyo games, the character that I'm most tempted to try and like C6, E6, M6, whatever you want to use, is Miyabi. I think she's the closest one I've ever come to being like I could get a copy of her. I would be fine with a copy of her. But she did just have a rerun, so not happening anytime soon. I'd absolutely love it. So would I. I would love it. But excuse me. Yeah, I think that'd be sick. Maybe I will pull on her Mindscapes because like I have really good teams. Like I have 3 incredibly solid teams. And I don't have the summons to either M6 or Miyabi. Oh yeah, no, those are 2 very solid characters. But that would, because I have 3 teams, and that's really what you need for Deadly Assault. And right now, all the characters that have been teased, I don't really think I'm gonna consider summoning for. Not that I can. I don't have the summons to even consider it anyway. So maybe by the time Miyabi's banner comes out, and if there's just nothing I care about, I might go for her Mindscape. Maybe 1, maybe 2.
What brings
I already
you
have
this time?
M1 Ampy, so I'm close. Yeah, basically, when I have M1, then I basically have M2. We know M3 is useless, so why not add that one? And then basically when you have M3, you might as well do 4 and 5, because 5 is also useless. And at that point, you practically have 6. Right? Yeah, because this is really, really good. And then I think her M6 is just really stupid. Yeah, 30% damage increase. After obtaining Polar, Hoshimi Miyabi will automatically draw her blade and unleash powerful slashes based on the current charge level, consuming Fallen Frost. That's insane. Each occurrence of Shimosuki's stance can perform up to 3 draws and slashes. Yeah, no, I would love to have this character. This is probably also the only character that I would like try to perfect, which after I get Chifufu, I might go back to Miyabi and try and perfect her. And then probably Yanagi, and then maybe Rina, because I have to get Yuzuha, so like at some point Rina will be replaced and I won't use her anymore. Which is unfortunate because she's been my day 1. But yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe the difference between Rina and Yuzuha is not that big. I don't know. But with that said, this is the end of stream. I do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by and watching. I did just release a video on my YouTube, the Saber Summons, like Xavier mentioned. I'm going to put a link in my chat to that video. If you all would be so nice as to watch it, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's okay. But I'll leave the link here in case if you all would like to watch it. I would appreciate it if you did. If not, I understand. And with that said, I will not be streaming Friday or Saturday, so the next time I will be streaming will be most likely Monday, maybe Sunday if I can get lucky. But thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And I will talk to you on Sunday or Monday. Peace.